Hi, I'm Chris Guld with Geeks On Tour, and we live on a cruise ship. Right now, we're somewhere in the Pacific in between Mexico and Hawaii, and the captain just told us that we need to set our clocks back 1 hour. Now, if we're talking about a real clock, no problem. You just use the controls to set it back 1 hour. So instead of afternoon, it's only 20 after 11. But with electronic devices, phones, computers, tablets, it's different because they not only tell you what time it is right here, they can tell you any place in the world. So for example, on my Samsung phone, I have it showing me the time where I am, plus the time in Miami and in Honolulu. Now, if I just change the time, I want you to watch what happens. So it says that it's 4:23 in Miami. Now, the time settings are in your settings. This is an Android, Samsung, and under General Management, Date and Time. First of all, you have to take off. If you want to manually change your time, you have to take off the automatic date and time. And why do we have to do that? Because there are no cell towers out here in the ocean, or there are plenty of places in the world where there's not a cell tower in range. And that's generally where your phone gets its time and time zone from, is the cell towers. So you have to turn that off. And now if I just set the time to be 11:24 and done, now when I go out and look at Miami time, it says it's 3:24. And what is it really? It's 4:24 in Miami right now. I hope you agree that by me moving into a different time zone, that does not change the time in Miami. So you don't do that. The way phones and all electronic devices calculate the time is by one time that is set by the base time in Greenwich, England, and then what they call an offset, either plus hours or minus hours, depending on the time zone, 24 of them around the world. So let me show you the right way to change the time on your phone. Settings, General, and Date and Time. And I do want automatic time. I just do not want automatic time zone. And here are the time zones. You tap on that to see your choices. And I'm showing the Samsung first because I like the way it does it. It doesn't give you the name of the time zone. It gives you the offset. So GMT means Greenwich Mean Time, and then you either add or subtract hours. Now, if you don't know what you're in, you can just look at the time over here. So I know that instead of 12:25, it's supposed to be 11:25. That means I am in the -9 GMT offset. UTC stands for Universal Time Coordinated, which includes the Greenwich and the offset. So now, if I go back out to my home screen, it tells me that it is 11:26 here, and it's 4:26 in Miami. That is correct. So that's how you do it. You just change the time zone. Now let me show you on a Pixel phone, which is also Android, but it's slightly different in its settings. You go into Settings and System and Date and Time. Now the time is okay, but once again, you need to make sure that automatic time zone is off. And it's telling me that we are currently in GMT -8, which happens to be Alaska Daylight Time. If I tap on here and time zone, I want it to go to 11:27. That is GMT -9, and it's telling me that that's a place called ADAC. Remember that? It'll be important when we get to the iPhone. So that is how you change just the time zone on a Pixel phone. Last, I want to show you the iPhone. Settings, General, and Date and Time. No, you don't want it set automatically. You need to have it taken off. But no, you don't want to change the time. Now, on the iPhone, you only get the city. So you have to know, which is why I thought it was helpful to do this Pixel first. You might have to Google for what city is in my time zone or something like that. But what we learned that it's ADAC. So you choose ADAC, and the iPhone now says it's 11:29. So if you ever find yourself with no cell towers anywhere around you and you need to change the time on your phone, that's how to do it. I'm Chris Guld with Geeks On Tour.